everyone. Welcome to Movies with My Mother. I am Lexi.
And I'm Mom Lori.
And today we watched Tim Burton's Ed Wood.
We did.
It's from 1994. It was rated R. It was 127 minutes long.
It did seem a little
It did seem a
long.
little long. Obviously directed by Tim Burton.
Yep.
It got a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
71 on Metascore.
Wow. Okay.
And 7.8 out of 10 on IMDb, which I think is like right where it should be.
Wow. Yeah. Yes.
Which is unusual for IMDb.
Right. Right.
I have a budget of about $18 million.
Yeah, so nothing about budget.
IMDb had a worldwide gross of about $5.8 million, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. But Wikipedia had a box office of $13.8 million.
Okay, so maybe a combination of those?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh.
But it did come out in the early 90s, and I don't think the nostalgia thing was so hot in the early 90s
Right.
like it is now.
Yeah.
Because they weren't rerunning the B movies like they do now. They were rerunning, the slashers of the 70s and the early 80s in the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're right. We didn't think about nostalgia. No, you're right.
And I feel like there's a bigger outlet to watch the Atomic Age stuff.
Yes.
Now than there was back then.
Yes. People are very interested in last whatever before.
Yeah.
I really think that's true. So yeah.
Especially now since we're talking about people that are like Ed Wood.
Yep.
We'll get into that.
Yes. Yeah.
The plot is that ambitious but troubled director Edward D. Wood Jr. tries his best to fulfill his dreams despite a lack of talents.
He didn't think he lacked anything.
No, absolutely not. I have to think that if somebody was behind Ed Wood with a pocket full of money, he would have been able to do so much better.
I think so. Because he had to scrape through every single thing he did.
Yeah. But I really do, because I feel like the imagination was there. I feel like he knew, what kind of props and stuff that he would need. And I feel like he knew the costuming well enough.
Yeah.
I just feel like he didn't have the money to do everything to fit his mind's eye.
Yeah, that sounds, yes. Because there is a kernel of talent there.
Yeah.
But he was never able to develop it.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely.
The cast is Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Depp before Johnny Depp is Johnny Depp.
I from the very beginning of this, I thought, oh, Johnny Depp before he was Johnny Depp.
Yeah, because like in 2026, I am so fucking sick of Johnny Depp.
Yeah, he's done.
And I'm so sick of Tim Burton movies starring Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Because Johnny Depp is the same character in every movie.
And you know what? I think so. I think absolutely so. Yeah, Johnny Depp and him have made 8 movies.
Yeah.
Like, all right, be done. That's enough.
They did a Dark Shadows movie where Johnny Depp plays Barnabas Collins. I can't watch that. I can't sit down and watch that in good faith because I know I'll hate it.
Yeah.
Because I know Johnny Depp will have ruined the role.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Tim Burton has really only made about 19 movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Johnny Depp's in most of them?
Yeah.
All right, that's enough.
Well, no, I mean, when you find your stable, like I understand, not reaching for the bottom of the well. Like,
I get it.
But also, I mean, at some point you have to realize that he's playing the same character in every movie. And I'm tired of seeing him play the same character in every movie.
Yeah.
So I have to imagine that other people feel the same, but I do know there are people out there that just love Johnny Depp.
Right? Oh my gosh. We saw it through the whole trial business. People standing outside the court, with Johnny Depp signs.
Well,
come on.
I got opinions on that are kind of hot takes.
Yeah, but people were there because he was there.
Yeah.
Weird.
I believe that was a mutual combat situation.
I do too.
I think they were both beating the hell out of each other.
Yep.
But
sounds like it.
That's just me, and that's my opinion,
and you're entitled to it.
And I'm very well, I very well could be wrong. And, who the hell? I wasn't there.
Nope.
Anyways, back on track. Johnny Depp, Martin Landau, Sarah Jessica Parker, Patricia Arquette, Jeffrey Jones, G.D. Spradlin, Vincent D'Onofrio, Mike Starr, Max Casella, Brent Hinckley, Lisa Marie, George the Animal Steele, and Juliet Landau.
Tons of people.
Yeah. And I really liked at the beginning how they had their names on the tombstones.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, and again, these are a bunch of names,
big names.
Yeah, and names I recognize. So, and they keep coming up over and over in different movies.
Write down Bill Murray.
Oh my gosh.
It was a pretty big part of this movie.
Yes.
Jesus. Yeah, Bill Murray's in this movie.
Yeah, Bill Murray is in this movie. Acting very strange. But he was perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. This was a strange movie. I did not. I guess I had an idea in my head how it would be, but when we're sitting here watching it, that was not the movie that I had expected to watch. So, wow.
Yeah.
And it was okay. It was an okay movie.
I really liked it.
Just a little long in the tooth, with him, doing the Keystone Cop things, running around.
That's how the movies were.
I know. But still, I don't care to see that. But, hi, baby. You gonna sit down with? Jelly Bean just jumped up on my lap.
Oh.
So.
We got Tallulah overseeing operations over here.
Yes. So we got two of our best producers, one missing.
Ash is in the eagle's nest. He's taking a nap.
Oh, he's too tired.
Yeah.
He was on the job early on, so he is entitled to a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a different kind of movie than I was expecting, but I liked it. I thought it was okay.
I did enjoy it.
It was all right.
Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen this movie before.
And I thought Johnny Depp makes a pretty good looking woman.
I think so.
Yeah. So, but
he walked like a man.
He did. But I think anybody looks good in a cashmere sweater.
Oh, an Angora.
Angora. Yes, same difference.
Ooh.
If you have the kind of money to buy either one of those sweaters, nice.
Yeah, really.
I had one when before you kids came along. I worked in that department store. Kind of a high-end department store. I wore a lot of designer stuff, Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein was my favorite.
Yeah.
He made clothes for me.
That's cool.
But I was much thinner then.
Well.
And when you work in a store, you get the best of the clearance.
Right. You get first pick.
Right. You can keep stuff hidden in other areas so no one will buy it, and then you can buy it. But yeah, it was. This was an interesting movie. Very interesting. I appreciate his friendship with Bela Lugosi. That was kind of interesting, where he just kind of picked each other up.
I feel like in real life it was a bit more exploitative.
You think?
I think so.
Okay.
Just from little bits and pieces here and there that I've read
Yes.
that it was, and Bela Lugosi Jr. has a lot to say about a lot of things, and none of them are good.
Oh. Uh-huh.
And he really thinks that Ed Wood just dragged his father through the mud.
Oh, I don't think so.
But I do think there was a little bit of exploitation there, but I don't think it was enough to say that, they weren't really friends.
Right.
I think they were friends.
Yeah. Well, if their relationship was anything like the movie, I believe that there was friendship there.
Yeah.
What you can see on the movie. So I do believe that there was friendship there.
Yeah.
Some little bit of care for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were, Ed Wood was a hardcore alcoholic throughout all of his life.
Yeah.
And Bela Lugosi was on drugs.
Right.
And drinking. So,
right.
I guess it was as good a friendship as you can have between two addicts.
Correct. That's okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they can't be friends.
Sure.
Two sick people found each other.
Yeah.
But this was a very interesting movie. I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, but we like Tim Burton. Or I do.
Yeah.
I think he has, if you see a Tim Burton movie, you know you've been to a Tim Burton movie. He has that style that very interesting. And just the fact that he's just a year younger than me, that's craziness.
My goodness, really?
Yes. Well, 2 years. He was born in 1958.
Oh my goodness. I think I knew he was that old.
I know. I think a lot of people think that Tim Burton is just a young guy, but
when did Pee-wee come out? Pee-wee's came out 1984, 5.
Just a moment and I will tell you. Pee-wee came out in 85.
Okay. So, he was, a guy in his mid-20s back then, or mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s in 1985. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. And I think people still see him as that guy. So, even though he's done, I think he's done a pretty wide range of movies.
Oh, I think so.
But if we have looked at other Tim Burton movies, and I think that we saw Batman,
We
right?
saw Batman, yep.
And it was kind of the same. It was dark and gritty. Don't you think?
Yeah, I guess. But in that like action movie genre where this was more of a lighthearted telling of events.
Right. But it was gray.
Oh yeah.
And little sandy maybe. Have that.
Oh, well, I appreciate that this movie was in black and white.
I do too. I thought it was lovely.
Because I feel like when you think of like, which is crazy because I know that like life is in color, but like for some reason my brain just thinks that like everything that happened in the 50s, everything was in black and white.
Yeah.
And I know that life is color. I know that, but my little kid brain still thinks that like, oh, it was 1951, black and white.
Yeah. But it's just I think it's all interesting. I mean, this Tim Burton has had a career and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And, from from a little kid who's making Super 8s in his backyard and doing rudimentary stop action films. I think he's come a long way,
Oh, absolutely.
but like so many of our directors, they had that Super 8 that their parents had and they were using it.
Yeah.
I think that's that's really interesting. Because and well, here's what this is what the internet said. Tim Burton is best known for pioneering a goth subculture with films employing distinctive styles of goth horror and dark fantasy. Well, yes, he does.
Oh, yeah.
That is everything I've seen Tim Burton. That's kind of explains it. I don't know.
No.
But I have never seen anything other than the stuff we've watched. I've never seen, I've seen bits and pieces of Pee Wee. No, wait, we saw Pee Wee.
We didn't watch Pee Wee. We talked about watching Pee Wee when Paul Rubens died.
Oh, okay.
But to buy a copy of the movie was like $1 billion because he had just died.
Just died. Okay. So I've really never seen that. I've seen Beetlejuice.
Okay.
I remember that I've seen that on television. And, of course, Nightmare Before Christmas.
He didn't direct that,
but
he had a big part of it.
Yeah. So that's kind of
And then there was Edward
his style.
Scissorhands in the mix, and then Batman was there.
Right.
Yes.
Which I've never seen those. And then he has a love for old stories, Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, yeah, that too, I guess.
Alice in Wonderland. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Have we seen that? No, we watched
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, yes.
I do own it, though, on a double feature with Willy Wonka.
Yeah, so he has an interest in those. There's some movies I didn't know that I didn't know he did a movie about Dumbo. I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
That was just recently,
that was a live
too.
Action, I think.
2019. That's really recent. Big Fish. I don't, Mars Attacks. I don't remember any of, those were not familiar names to me.
Okay.
Frank and Weenie.
Yeah, that I guess would go to that goth subculture thing because he brings his dead dog back to life.
He'd been working on that for let's see, when did he do Frank and Weenie? It says here 2012. But he had been doing things like that and things like shorts of Frank and Weenie. I think that's how he got associated with Walt Disney Productions.
Oh.
They had seen some, or maybe, let's see, let's see, he's blah, 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 blah. Maybe I should get to my notes. How's that sound?
Yeah, sure.
And we'll go back to the Disney stuff because I know I have that.
He worked for Disney and then wanted to do Frank and Weenie, and they were like, eh.
Yeah, no. He has to his credit 20 Academy Award nominations.
Wow.
8 wins.
Okay.
One of them was for Martin Landau.
Yes.
For Best Supporting Actor for this movie.
Yeah.
He has 40 BAFTA nominations with 5 wins.
That's cool.
20 Golden Globes nominations with 4 wins. And an Emmy.
That's cool.
So, I mean, he's not sleeping on the job. If he's been recognized that many times by that many people. And I know I didn't write this down, but I know he's been gotten several honors, Lifetime Achievement Awards, and letters from different countries because of he's a well-known director.
Oh, that's cool.
He got his start in films like so many of our directors, like I said, with the Super 8 and stop action. His first movie of substance was one he did at age 13. And after high school, he went to the California Institute of Arts.
Okay.
And when he was there, he was studying character animation. So he was doing stop action when he was, 8, 10, 12. And that's what he went to college for. And his student film, Stalks of the Celery Monster, was what attracted Disney Productions to him. And they hired him on as an apprentice. So, yay for him.
That's cool.
In 1984, Warner Brothers and Paul Rubens noticed him for his work with the beginnings of what turned into Frankenweenie. And they hired him to do Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That's still such a great movie.
Okay.
Pee-wee was such a crazy character. Because he's supposed to be like a little boy, and his bike gets stolen, and that's the big adventures. He has to find his bike, but he is convinced. You can't tell him nothing. He is convinced that his neighbor, the rich boy that lives next door, stole his bike, and he goes to the boy's house and tries to drown him in his pool. It's so fucking funny.
Pee-wee Herman tried to drown somebody?
Yes.
Gosh.
He's fighting with this rich kid next door, and this kid has it's like an in-ground pool in his house, but that's like his bathtub, and Pee-wee just like jumps in and starts trying to drown it. It's so funny. And then he is in the middle of a Twisted Sister music video. It's so cool. And Twisted Sister, because Paul Rubens approached Twisted Sister to do this. And they're like, what do you want to hear? You want to hear, I Want to Rock? You want to hear, what's the other Twisted Sister song? I Want to Rock. And
if I heard it, I'd know it.
Yep, it's right there. I know what it is. And I'll feel real stupid when somebody says, oh, you did.
Yeah. I knew that. I just couldn't say it.
But he's like, no, I want you to play this song. And they're like, what? Because apparently he was a fan.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, how fun.
I think the song's name is Burn in Hell. I think the song that Pee-wee wanted them to play is like Burn in Hell. Something like that.
Oh my. Okay. Oh dear.
What's the other goddamn Twisted Sister song? It's gonna fucking bug me.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
I gotta look now.
If you stop thinking about it, it'll come right to you. So, we've already kind of talked a little bit about Tim Burton's favorite collabs. We know
We're not going to take it. God damn it.
Of course that's the one. And I knew that one too. Oh my goodness.
Why am I an idiot?
And of course, one of his most favorite is Danny Elfman from Oingo Boingo.
Yeah, I've got trivia about that. What do you got?
I'm doing collabs.
Oh, okay,
You were thinking about that song, so you weren't listening. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, he has done most of the music for Burton's films.
Yes.
Did not do this one.
Did not
do this one. I did read that.
I do have some trivia on that. Do you want to hear it right now?
Sure.
The trivia on that is that at the time, Tim Burton and Danny Elfman were not speaking because on Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton wanted Jack Skellington's speaking role to be recast. He didn't like Danny's speaking role of Jack Skellington. He loved Jack singing, which is Danny Elfman, but they recast the speaking role with Chris Sarandon. And Danny Elfman was pissed about that.
Offended, can we say?
Yeah.
Wow. That's You know what?
And
How can a guy with a voice like that not have a great speaking voice?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard Danny Elfman speak, so I can't tell you. But
Interesting.
I mean, no, it's not unheard of that you have a wonderful singing voice and then you sound like an idiot speaking.
Well, yeah, I know. I've listened to me on the on a podcast I've heard about.
Yeah.
And I think, who's that Trump?
Yep.
Do I really sound like that? Yikes! No wonder I've been told I have a face for radio. Oh wait, we were talking about voices.
Yeah. Nope. It's okay.
So yeah. Oh
So
my
yeah, Danny Elfman
goodness.
didn't do the music for this movie because at the
Oh.
time he was still upset about Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yikes. But I don't know that I heard a lot. I heard music, but I can't say I heard anything memorable. Was there?
At
Did
the
I miss
beginning, the
something?
music was pretty stirring,
Yeah.
but am I gonna get up and play it on a piano right now? No.
Yeah, no. No. But yes, Johnny and his 8 movies.
Ugh.
Helen Bonham Carter did 7 movies with him.
That's because they dated for about 20 years.
Right.
Have a
Right.
couple of kids together.
Right. And then Michael Keaton, Christopher Lee, and Michael Gough. Gough. Gough? I should have looked him up.
It's either Goff or Go.
Okay. They've all done 5. And seems to me in my head I knew that name, but I couldn't put a face on it. But anyway,
Okay.
5. And then there was 2 paragraphs of other actors that he has collabed with that were not more than 5 movies each. They've all done several movies with him.
Okay.
And it was a long list of all kinds of actors.
Lisa Marie played Vampira in this movie, and that was his longtime girlfriend before he got with Helena Bonham Carter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is this with these directors giving their girlfriends jobs?
Well, I mean,
Is that legit? I don't know.
if you're going to ride to the top, why can't I ride with you? I don't want to be with you while you ride to the top. Why can't I ride to the top too?
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're already going there.
All right. All right. And he also had long collabs with different people in crews
Oh,
and screenwriters and producers, other music composers,
sure.
lots of stuff. Producers, engineers, costume designers, cinematographers, makeup artists. When he found somebody that he liked and that he worked well with, he keeps them on.
Listen, I'm not mad at that.
No, I am not at all. Because, when you know who you're working with, you know what your outcome will be.
Right.
So the final product will be exactly what you want if you know that the people that you're working with know that what you expect from them.
Right. Like if I know that you can go from a Technicolor movie to a black and white movie back to an alien movie, like I'm going to work with you forever.
Yeah.
Like that's range.
Right. Right. And the final product is what is the important part. And he liked the people he worked with, and he kept them on.
Well, that's cool.
I think it's okay. And then I just have just a little bit of I kind of pooped out last night when I was writing. Larry Karazik, the guys that wrote it.
Sure.
Larry and Scott Alexander. They had been working on a concept for this movie when they were students. And they had a hard time convincing anybody to to think that they were for real because, Ed Wood was just a guy. So they kind of had a lot of trouble finding somebody. And it was, somebody heard, and somebody told Tim Burton about this. And Tim Burton said, I like that idea.
Well, I mean, Ed Wood, like I said, is not a character that you just, pull a name out of a hat. Ed Wood is really somebody that is worth the deep dive.
Yeah. Yep. And Scott Alexander, he had even thought about maybe making a documentary type show and calling it The Man in the Angora Sweater. I thought, oh, that's interesting. Way back. This is way back when he was still a student.
Yeah.
So, they had been working on this for some time. And then they graduated from college and then they started working on, quote unquote, family type movies. And they thought that they would be forever trapped in that category.
Yeah.
But, it was around that time when they pitched that idea to other directors. And then, it came around and, the movie got made. I think that's quite interesting. And we have read that again, that we have seen that so many times that people are working on the movies for
Years.
10 years,
Yeah.
12 years. And, the idea rattles around in their heads and then finally somebody listens or, you say the right word to the right person and think, hey, we could do this.
Yeah.
I think that's all very fascinating. Very fascinating. So, yeah. What other trivia do you have?
Well, I got that this film cost more than all of Ed Wood's films combined.
Did you notice when he was looking for money, they kept going down?
Oh,
down, down.
Uh-huh. Bela Lugosi Jr., I mentioned that, he doesn't like nothing about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
His chief objection to the film's portrayal of Bela Lugosi was his speech. He said that his father was a classy man who never used foul language, and Martin Landau, as Bela Lugosi, just was cussing all over the place.
Yes. Yes.
Unhappy with Vincent D'Onofrio's verbal impersonation of Orson Welles, Tim Burton had his voice dubbed by Maurice LaMarche, who is a voice actor of the last 30 years that he's done a little bit of everything.
Wow. Oh, wow. Tim Burton must be like one of those super hearers. People who like we are super smellers.
Yeah.
That he hears those little things.
Yeah.
How interesting.
I'm half deaf, so I can't, it's super here.
Yeah, how interesting. Okay.
Tim Burton said that he was drawn to the story because of the similarities between Edward D. Wood Jr.'s relationship with Bela Lugosi and his own friendship with Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
Late in the actor's life.
You never heard that? Vincent Price. Okay, never mind then. Not funny.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Jeffrey Jones's monologue at the film's beginning is a play on Criswell's monologue from Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yes.
Jeffrey Jones played Criswell.
Okay.
This one made me laugh. One day, Kathy Wood, Ed Wood's wife, visited the set and asked to meet Johnny Depp. That day, they were filming a scene where Wood would look really messed up. And I was trying to see which scene that was in the movie.
There were a couple of scenes when he looked really rough.
Yeah, and Burton was like, "Ee, I kind of don't want to put her off, but I want her to meet Johnny Depp."
Yeah.
But when Johnny Depp exited his trailer, looking messed up like Ed Wood, she said, "That's my Eddie."
Oh my God. Yeah, because didn't it say in the movie that they were married for like 20 years?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Johnny Depp's Hollywood house overlooking his club, the Viper Room, was previously owned by Bela Lugosi.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Ew, that just gave me the chills.
The movie score was done by Howard Shore,
Okay.
not the usual face Danny Elfman, and we already talked about this.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay. But Howard Shore is the guy that did the music on this one.
Okay.
Martin Landau's face had to be painted unnaturally white in order for the black and white film stock to record it properly.
Oh, interesting.
And I kind of pooped out too. Oh, give me a second here.
Yeah, it's been another one of those. We've had so many of those weeks lately. I.
Well, I've gotten into a book. I've fallen into a book, so
And that's okay.
I've been reading voraciously and not studying.
And I've fallen just, off the floor.
In the film, the footage of Bela Lugosi picking a flower is filmed by Ed outside of Lugosi's house. In real life, that was the house of Tor Johnson.
Nice.
The role of John C. Bunny Breckinridge was originally had very little dialogue, but was greatly expanded when Bill Murray was cast.
Okay. Were they buddies in real life? Is that why
It doesn't
he was always
say.
hanging around?
Oh, Bunny Breckinridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Johnny Depp said that he thinks that he inhaled more Angora fiber than oxygen during this movie.
Because he was always rubbing his face on it.
Yeah. John
Oh.
Waters had introduced Johnny Depp to Ed Wood's films.
Okay. That makes perfect sense.
When Ed Wood is talking to film backer Old Man McCoy, that was played by Rance Howard.
Yes.
And when he says, "I've got a son, he's a little slow, but a good boy." It's funny because in real life, Rance Howard's son is Ron Howard, the Ron Howard.
The Ron Howard. Yes. I thought that was cute.
This is Tim Burton's first R-rated film and his only film to win an Oscar. That was for Martin Landau.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Didn't I say that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I remember it said R. I mean, what was it because of the theme? Transvestites?
I don't know.
Sex change?
I don't know.
There was no. I didn't see any nudity. Did I don't remember.
No.
And Bela Lugosi was, fuck this and fuck you, and that was cute. I love it when old people cuss like that. But what made this an R-rated movie?
Probably the subject matter.
1994, the theme.
A man cross-dressing and the language. At that time, you could maybe only get one F word to be a PG-13.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because, I mean, in today's society, this would be a PG-13. No, it wouldn't even be a PG-13, you think?
No, it would still be an R because there were several F words.
Okay. All right.
This is a cameo. The bartender in the Orson Welles scene was the actor Conrad Brooks. They talked about him in the end scroll. He was one of the bumbling cops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay.
What's this say? George the Animal Steel worked with a dialect coach for several weeks to recreate Tor Johnson's Swedish accent, and he was given heavy shoes with extra weight to recreate Tor Johnson's lumbering walk.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
Because Tor Johnson really did move like a man that was made out of cement.
Okay.
Just like,
All right. Oh, interesting.
Vampira's line, he gives me the willies, was an in-joke reference to the writer's friend who made the movie The Willies, which is featured on my horror movie shower curtain
Oh, okay.
in my bathroom.
That doesn't mean anything to me. I didn't. Okay.
There's a horror movie from, yeah, it's called The Willies.
All right. How interesting. I remember that whole Vampira and what's her name? Went right out of my head. Elvira thing.
Oh, yeah.
I remember all of that. You know, that whole legal case. So, that was crazy.
Ed Wood's ex-wife, Norma McCarty, criticized the film because it did not portray him as an alcoholic, which was the reason she supposedly divorced him. In a deleted scene, Wood is seen asleep in bed and an empty bottle of booze is next to him. It does, the alcoholism is mentioned in the epilogue, though. The little crawl at the end.
Okay. Well, there was a lot of drinking. And I think during that time in Hollywood, there would have been just a lot of drinking.
Johnny Depp and Patricia Arquette got their start in Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
No.
Johnny Depp was in the first one, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Patricia Arquette was in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Dolores Fuller said in a 1996 interview that she was upset that no one contacted her before or during the production. She said that Sarah Jessica Parker could have done a better performance if she had gotten in touch, a lot deeper.
Okay.
She tracked down the writers and asked them if they knew she was still alive, and they were like, yeah. And she was like, well, why didn't you contact me? And they were like, Tim Burton approved the script as it was, and they didn't want to do a lot of changes after the fact.
Right. Why did she think that? I don't understand what her thinking would have been. Just because she didn't. Did she think she was portrayed poorly or something?
I guess she just doesn't think that she was portrayed well enough.
Oh.
Oh, listen to this. This is interesting. Bella mentions how he always wanted to portray Jekyll and Hyde. In reality, Bela Lugosi appeared in the lost adaptation of Jekyll and Hyde, the story The Head of Janus, in 1920. It's actually, the German title is Der Januskopf, and that's directed by F.W. Murnau.
Oh, wow.
Who directed Nosferatu.
Oh, how interesting. Oh.
But he was not Jekyll or Hyde in that movie.
Okay.
Deborah Winger turned down the role of Dolores Fuller.
Oh. I don't see her. I don't see her doing that part, but okay.
Bela Lugosi was married to his fifth wife, Hope Louise Lininger, from 1955 until his death on August 16th, 1956. Yet she is not seen nor even mentioned in the film.
He did say none of my wives would care.
None of my wives would jump in front of a taxi for me.
Right. So yeah, she was mentioned. She's one of his wives. Oh, wow. Well, then, you know what? I'm pissed off that they didn't mention me.
Oh, okay. Well, you weren't even born yet, so
Oh, what,
when he died.
what does that matter?
I don't know.
Everybody else is pissed off about something. I'm going to be too.
That's crazy that Bela Lugosi was in Dariana's Cop.
I don't think I would have known that. Interesting.
But that's all I got.
Interesting. Well, I enjoyed the movie. I mean, it seems different from what we usually have been watching,
Right.
but I enjoyed it. It was interesting.
I think we've ever watched a biopic.
No, of course, no, because this was considered a comedy drama,
Yeah.
and no, I'm certain we've never seen a comedy drama. In our watchings, they're all have other words associated. So,
Yeah.
but this was quite interesting. I gives me a new respect for that Plan 9. I remember when we watched that. That was surprising.
Yeah.
But I thought it was okay. This movie was okay. I would recommend it to people.
Yeah. Guess we'll have to sit down and watch another Ed Wood movie sometime.
Yikes. Now that we know kind of the story.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They had canapes in the movie. We saw people
Damn.
with canapes, and we saw them drinking a lot. I didn't see any other real food eating.
No.
You know, you had said you had heard that there was
Google
diners.
said they were in diners. They were in little restaurants, little bars.
They were in lots of bars.
Yeah.
But I didn't see any food going on, and we can't drink our breakfast anymore.
I mean, I did drink a lot during the movie. You know, my water bottle was empty when I went to go refill it.
Yeah.
And and it had been empty for about a half an hour till the movie was over, and I was like,
Yay!
damn it, I'm thirsty.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't want to miss anything.
Yeah. So we went on the thought that there were diners, we went to our favorite diner, Mayberry's, and got I had breakfast and she had lunch.
I had a fish sandwich and it was delicious.
Yeah, my breakfast was delicious as usual. They always do a nice job there. Except you got chips instead of fries, damn it. But
Oh, that's fine.
yeah,
It
okay.
turned out fine.
Okay.
I would have had to fight Tallulah for one or the other, so
Yes.
it didn't matter.
Yes. That's craziness. So, you know, we kind of went off on our own again. We've done that like the last 4 or 5 movies, haven't we?
A couple movies just have straight up had no food in them.
Nothing. You know, and although I can make a meal out of hors d'oeuvres, we only saw that one tray.
That one tray.
So, you know.
I wish I had known there were canapes. I would have eaten the shit out of some canapes.
We could have done a whole meal of appetizers. We love doing that.
Damn it.
And we haven't done that in a few movies, so.
Opportunity lost.
Yes. Yes. But we had a delicious breakfast, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
So, all right. I have lots of dead people.
Yeah, I just kept finding more.
I know, and you kept sending me more, and people in our own lives have died too. And my cousin Dan Hutchinson, and we think he's around 71 or 72. I'm not exactly sure what his year of birth is. He died of cancer.
That's too bad.
And I'm really sad about that. And we had missed talking about him last movie.
Yeah.
But I was still feeling sad about that.
Yeah, I understand.
So, you know, Dan's gone. That's crazy to me. Thought he was going to live forever.
Yeah.
I was sure of it. And another person that is in our orbit, not really friends of ours, but in our orbit, you kids are friends. The kids of the kids are friends. So,
Yeah.
Jim Marshall, we think he's around our age, my age too.
He was born in 56.
Oh, okay. Then,
So he was 70.
yeah.
Kyle had posted the obituary and it was lovely.
Oh,
And I wanted to say, you know, what a lovely obituary, but like, is that weird? Like,
no.
I didn't want to make it weird, but it was a lovely send off.
Oh, nice.
And Jim was a nice man. I babysat for him and his wife for a couple of years.
Yep.
And, you know, decent people,
Yep.
hardworking man.
And Kyle and Chelsea are nice kids like you and Blythe.
Yeah,
Nice kids.
yeah.
Oh, that's just sad that he passed because Chelsea and her wife just had a baby.
Just had that baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
so sadness in our world.
And Kyle's son is Burton, you're a man.
Nah.
He's
Well, sure he would be.
you're 14.
Oh my God.
That's wild.
How in the world does that happen?
I don't even know.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, he had a lot going on and
Oh
and
gosh, yes.
I'm glad his suffering is over.
Yes, he's all better now, just like Dan. All better. They're just all better now. So sadness everywhere. So okay, let's go on to the stars. And you know what, we talked about it last week. There's so many people that I recognize that,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. And now it's starting to be that you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Ann Sheridan at 77, and everybody knows this lady. She was in all kinds of TV in the 70s and 80s, but she was Elf's mom.
Yep.
Everybody knows her. Everybody. Walter Paradise, 81. He was one of the founding members of Chicago.
Yeah. I got a soft spot in my heart for Chicago.
Oh my
I
gosh,
don't
yes.
care. I don't care who's singing. I really like some of their songs.
Yes. And he was a horn player, and you know, people said, "Oh, horns don't belong in popular music." And he
Yeah.
said, "Yes, they do." And he pushed real hard for that, and look at where it got them. They are still very famous now.
Still very famous. Everybody loves 25 or 6 to 4. It's a
Yep.
great song.
Yep. And it would not be the same without those horns and the orchestra and everything like that. Unbelievable. Robert Thurman,
Yeah.
Irma Thurman's father, died at 84.
Yeah.
He wasn't just her father, he was an educator, very famous educator. He was also heavy into Buddhism,
Yes.
and he recognized the power of spirituality. And I thought, wow, how interesting. I thought that was interesting. DeVay Chase at 35. She died from meningitis and probably sepsis was thrown in there.
It said that she had been living on Skid Row.
Which I don't understand. What?
The stuff that I know of the people that live on Skid Row, there are grievous mental health issues.
Yes.
There are grievous addiction issues.
Yes.
Both or none of the above.
Yes.
And it's just, you know, I can see it.
Yeah.
You know, she's been in a few movies, but that money runs out real fast.
Sure.
If you're on drugs or if you're drinking or if you are letting somebody control you that does not have your best interest at heart.
Right.
And it really sounds like she was with a man that did not have her best interest at heart.
Right, because you don't die from meningitis anymore. You know, unless you go untreated.
But, you know, when you're on the street, you know, you don't have the money to go get treated.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
So, you know, how she got there, I don't know. But I do know
Yeah,
that
sad.
she was with a man that did not have her best interest at heart, and
Yep, that's unfortunate.
it sounded like
And
she was estranged from her family.
yes, happens all too often.
Yeah.
Justin Carey at 50. He was from the music. He was a musician from the group Sixpence None the Richer.
Oh, yeah. They had that one big hit in like 1997, Kiss Me.
Yeah, yes, but he was a practicing musician all these years. Age 50, died of a stroke.
That's way too young.
Oh man, check your blood pressure.
Yeah.
You know, treat yourself. Treat yourself better.
Yeah.
Robert Bobby Keskin Prince the third at 81 after a lengthy illness. He was, oh my goodness, this man was a bunch of stuff, a lawyer, a composer. He did sound design. He did video game music.
Oh, okay.
This guy was busy. Well, when you have a name like that, you got to be busy.
Yeah, did you write down any of the video games?
I did not.
Okay, I vaguely remember that, sending you that. I was like, oh, I'll remember that. Nope.
Do you want me to open it up?
No, not anymore.
Okay. Alan Greenspan?
Who knew that that guy was still alive?
Right, age 100, former chief of the Fed. He was the chief of the Fed through Reagan all the way to 2006 when Bush was there. Unbelievable. Parkinson's.
2006 was Bush Jr.
Bush Jr., yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't I say that?
No.
I knew that. I knew that in my head. Bush the second, Bush Jr., I don't know. W. Gosh, he was
But
how awful to be someone that
100 years old with Parkinson's. That's
crazy.
That's crazy old.
Yeah. Yeah, usually Parkinson's gets younger people.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Claude Guillemette at 69. He was the co-founder of Ubisoft video games.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
A plane crash.
That sucks.
That was the third plane crash. I remember it was just on the news. That was the third plane crash, like in a week.
Yeah. What's his name? Oliver Tree. He also died. He was like 39.
Just a few days before that.
Yeah, but I don't know who that guy is.
I did not write him down because I don't.
He had a haircut that screamed.
Oh my goodness!
Let me sit down and tell the barber to make me look like an asshole.
Wow. Bowl cut in the front, mullet in the back. What was that?
I don't know.
But
it was a choice.
It was his signature, I guess. But you know, I'm sorry I didn't write him down. But wow, that was like the third plane crash that week.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Music will never be the same anymore. Clive Davis.
Well, maybe artists will finally get paid.
Well, that's true.
Because he really did treat his artists terribly. Famously,
but he made them crazy famous.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, what good is being famous if you don't have any money behind your name? Like he had Whitney Houston for years.
Yeah,
it was a Grammy party that he was throwing. She died in the tub upstairs, and when she died, he didn't stop the party.
Oh,
he just had them take her out the side.
Holy cow.
And it's just like, tell me you don't respect her without telling me you don't respect her.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And she was a mega superstar, and she was borrowing money from him because she wasn't getting paid.
Okay, that's crazy. And I see that, we've heard many stories like that where these big artists go to their death with nothing. They've chosen poorly in their business managers. They've chosen poorly in their lawyers who represent them.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big story
Mm-hmm.
and sad that you can't, you can't profit off of your own success.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
But, there's a small place in hell for him.
Okay. He was 94 and it said age related. He was 94.
4.
Yeah. So,
The TikTok, have you seen the TikToks about him? They're talking about like black magic and like soul transmutation and shit. Like he, this guy's body died, but like the essence of Clive Davis will just be transmuted into someone else, and he'll live on to just
it sounded like he was a little bit on the strange side.
Well, I think he had a really, really odd life. He came out as bisexual at like 89.
Yeah, like 90, yeah.
And it was just like at this point, why bother?
Right.
You've held it in so long. It's probably not a secret anymore.
Right.
But like,
right.
Why bother acknowledging it? Just live your life. But yeah, he did not take care of his stars. Which,
Yeah, not good.
No. And I do I
he
believe
made many stars.
He did. And I believe he was a good friend of Diddy's.
Oh, well, let's move on from there.
So,
James. Okay, then we have actress Anne Blythe at 90.
Yeah.
It didn't say how old she was. I kind of fussed it out of the story. She was in a movie, Mildred Price, in 1945, and she was 16 before that. And it didn't ever say an age on her, which is, I'm cool. She's 90 plus.
Yeah.
Best supporting actress. She was a soprano. I mean, I remember her. She was quite a actress. Luis de la Rosa. This is another one. At 34, he was an animator. He was in a train accident.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Sad. Let's see. Oh, here's another voice from my youth, David Clayton Thomas at 84, lead singer for Blood, Sweat and Tears. Oh my gosh. I knew all of those songs, and he had that voice that was just wonderful. Just wonderful voice. And then Susie Romero at 90.
Yeah.
At 9, I think it was 90.
I think it was 90.
She carried on his work for many years after he died.
George Romero's wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. I keep thinking in my head stuff and I'm not saying it. She was an actress herself. She was in tons of movies of his. And she did other stuff. But yeah. Another
died at her home in Toronto.
Yeah.
That's where George is buried. In Toronto.
That's where they moved to Toronto. When did we just talked about him?
That was a couple movies back.
That they moved to Toronto and lived there. Sounded like kind of in their retirement.
Yeah, he had dual citizenship.
Yep. She ran his foundation, and now that's it's up to the kids now to carry it on. It seemed to me they did not have children. He had children with his other wives.
Yes.
Is that correct? Am I thinking right?
Sounds right.
But that's all right. I mean, his other children were, his children were all very
They were all involved
in the business.
Yeah.
So, his legacy will continue.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of dead people, and all those people that I don't recognize that name, and I'll put them down. But yeah, lots of people, craziness.
Yeah, way too many dead people.
Yep. Yes. So sad, sadness. All right, what movie are we doing next? I know we know this, and oh,
I was yawning. Next movie is Wet Hot American Summer.
Wet Hot American Summer for our wet hot American summer.
Well, I mean, it's just a hot summer.
It's gonna be. We're all gonna to
Swatch it up.
have trouble breathing and sweating like pigs and no hairdos that are awful looking.
Yeah, frizz.
Here in Toledo, after Sunday, every day will begin with a 9.
Ooh.
So, and I think that also includes the 4th of July. I think it's supposed to be fairly hot then too.
Ugh, gross.
So, yeah.
With the 4th of July being on a Saturday this year, I don't get a day off, which is
Oh, bummer.
super disappointing.
Oh, I forgot. I never even gave that a thought. Oh, baby, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
We just have to keep going to work.
Yeah. Sucks.
Yeah, I know. Baby, I know it. I was talking to Blythe this week, and this adulting thing is getting to both of us.
Yeah. The hell, man.
So she was even sick this week. She
Oh.
had to take 2 days off of work. She was sick.
Oh my god.
So, when you work with children, that's what
Oh,
happens.
yeah.
You get everything they get, and those all those teachers, they hang on until the end, and then they got to go home and
Yeah.
have a hot toddy and a bath,
Mm-hmm.
go to bed. So, um, craziness, craziness. She and the company she works for, they organized a visit. They went to all of the visits in all
The centers.
the centers in Nashville, and she said she got some good ideas.
Oh,
I thought, oh my gosh, how exciting!
that's cool.
And she said that her boss was amazed that she was taking pictures and notes, and she said, well, this will help my center. This will improve my center. Well,
Yeah.
that's what you should be doing. You should be learning from your gaining things from your peers.
This week I told my boss that when we got an AI program to help with what I do, that I was just like, I never said this before, but like I really was a little worried that this would replace me. And then I told her as soon as I started using it, I'm like, they need me. And she agreed. She kind of giggled and she was just like, "Yeah, no, we need a mind like yours to keep track of the ins, the outs, and to make sense of the stuff that doesn't make sense." And because the machine's not going to do that.
Right. I think every lot of people are worried that they're going to lose their jobs because of AI. But on the other hand, no.
No, as soon as I started using this shit, I was just like, this is supposed to be smarter than me. This is making my job 5 times harder than it needs to be. I'm now something that took 25 seconds to do takes a minute and a half to do.
Right.
And I hate this.
And you have to go between 3 different screens, and you have to print stuff. So what good is that? What good is it?
I mean, the only thing that it has been good for is I'll get somebody that says, "Hey Alexis, I need a copy of this bill." And instead of having to get up and dig in my filing cabinet, I can go to that program, type that invoice number in, and get a copy of that invoice. Now, Is that foolproof? No, because not all of
Right.
my shops are on the program, because they just don't want to, because that's not their job.
That's not their job. Yes.
So,
Oh my gosh, I don't miss hearing that.
yeah. So I did. My boss was like, "Hey, if you feel like, um, emailing me a list of people that aren't following. If you don't feel comfortable emailing, you can write it down on a piece of paper and I'll throw it away." And I was just like, I will name names.
You'll name names because you've already talked to those people 10 times.
These people piss me off.
I mean, how hard is it to do your job?
It's well, I do understand that this is an extra step that we don't really need to take, but it's what
It's
they
part of
want.
the job because somebody who signs your paycheck said, "I think we need to have this happening." Then you make it happen.
Yeah. So,
I don't.
oh, I'm happy to name names. Honestly, I'm ready to email that person themselves. Get on board or get out of the way.
Right. That unfortunately does not happen.
Because we've been using this program for a year. A year!
Oh
And these
man.
motherfuckers still won't get on board.
Oh my god.
And then we send this shit out and then I get the emails. Oh my God, I thought I was doing it right. You are doing it right. It's not for you. You know you're doing it. Why are you bugging me?
Right. Because we can't send an email to the person who's not doing it right.
I can't single anybody out.
Send it to everybody in the world.
Yeah. Everybody's getting yelled
And
at.
the only people that read the email and worry about it are the people who are doing it.
And it's the same people. Well, I thought I was doing everything right. Well, you are. You know that you're doing it right. Quit fucking bugging me.
Right.
But there is one lady that I'm surprised I haven't heard from yet, that she hasn't wrapped her mind around that every single piece of paper, regardless of it being related to another piece of paper, needs its own,
information.
It needs its own information.
It has to be clearly identified.
And she's just like, well, I'm going to put the same piece of information on this charge invoice and on this credit invoice, and it'll be fine for you. No, that's not how it works.
No. Just because you have a bill for $10 and a credit for $3 does not mean I send a $7 check. That's not how it works. It has to all be defined in its own little slots, and then I will send that $7 check.
Right. Right.
I know. I am so glad I don't have to go to work anymore. Oh my.
It's all bullshit.
Yep. It is. And that's just it. People are crazy. Did you hear about that thing at Dollar General? Those two managers?
Oh my God. Well, listen. I mean, in this economy, can I believe that? 100%.
100%. And
how much were they getting paid to be managers at Dollar General? $28,000 a year?
Oh, no. They get paid well.
They do?
Yeah.
$50,000 a year?
Maybe, yeah.
That's still not great.
No.
That's not live by yourself money.
But they accepted the job.
Listen, you have to have a job.
Yes.
And where am I going to get merchandise? I'm not going to go just outright steal it.
And I have been saying this since Facebook Marketplace opened. If you're buying stuff,
laundry soap,
yeah,
it's stolen.
If you're buying stuff on Facebook Marketplace, if you're buying Tide for $5 a tub on Facebook Marketplace, you can be guaranteed that person stole that product and is selling it to you.
Yeah.
Why do people still buy from Facebook Marketplace?
Shit, where can you get Tide for $5? I don't want to spend $20 on a bottle of Tide when I can go on Facebook and spend $5 for it.
And be okay with hot product? Okay.
Well, if you're moving volumes to specific people, I mean, then it becomes receiving stolen goods, and you go to jail for that. But if it's a one-off thing, plausible deniability. Well, I didn't
Okay.
know.
A one-off thing, and you've got 45 bottles of Tide on the
Your
stockpile shelf in your garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know I couldn't sell
Yeah,
this.
who knew?
Oh my gosh. Everywhere I've ever worked, there's always been a story like that. There was a girl that I worked with in Bowling Green, and she was trying her very, very best to get me fired. And she couldn't, because
What were you doing?
I'm a rule follower.
Yeah.
Well, she got transferred to another store, which, you're not supposed to transfer a problem, but they did. And her and another girl at that store got their heads together, and there was a pretty expensive baby formula that had been discontinued at that store. And her and this girl said, "Hey, we should order this in," and they at least bought it. Buy it and then take it and return it and get more money from other places. So they started this little racket.
Oh.
And then security noticed that the store was getting, 10 bottles of this expensive formula every week, but every other store around here was doing returns on it. What's going on? Yeah, they were, they had a little racket going. They had a little business going.
Sure.
There again.
But see, that's the thing. A racket like that's just straight greed, and it'll get found out right away.
Yeah.
You do that once. And then you pick a different product, or you go to a different place. Like the criminal mind needs to be smarter.
Yes. So we sell it out of our garage on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore.
Listen, 20 years ago, $50,000 a year was nothing to laugh at. That was a good ass job. Now, $50,000 a year is still, I need a roommate money.
Yeah.
I need a roommate in a 1-bedroom apartment money.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but still, it's not a reason to steal.
No, but why is it so expensive in the first place?
Well, it's getting more expensive. Gas is going. They bombed another ship in the pass, and
well, I thought we had a memorandum of acceptance.
Sure, we do.
Whatever.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse signed it. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Yeah, that doesn't mean the Ayatollah is, in on the deal.
Listen, this is a hot take. I'm pro Iran here.
You know what? So am I.
I think that Iran is just like, we're dealing with morons.
Oh my God. It's none of our business what they're doing.
No. Honestly, this is a whole geopolitical piece of shit that we don't need to be involved in.
No.
But because the people we have in charge are so goddamn stupid.
Yep.
We're gonna get sucked into this because we're the good guys.
Yep.
And
turns out we're not so much.
And realistically, the rest of the world is looking at us like, well, these fucking assholes.
Oh my God.
So,
they're turning off their ringers. Oh, they're going to call us. Let's turn the ringer off. Let's just say we never got the call. Good call.
So,
man.
I had seen something that said that Iran had hired like a psychologist or somebody, a psychiatrist or a psychologist that works with elderly dementia patients to plan their strategy.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I understand that. And if Trump doesn't think that Netanyahu doesn't have his hand up his butt, moving his lips, he's crazy.
But is Netanyahu still alive? Like,
Yeah.
because I've seen the AI videos of him on TV too.
Oh.
The video where he's given his talk, where he is obviously a computer generated
Right.
image, and he's got 6 fingers.
I've seen that one, and the coffee never. He's drinking coffee, and it's still the same height that it was. Okay. Oh, now he's got to be. Somebody's got to be running the show. Somebody does.
I don't
Does he
know.
have a bunch of henchmen around him like Trump does?
Oh, I would imagine.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I would imagine.
And I don't know. And natural disasters are happening. We've got volcanoes
Oh my
erupting
God,
and
earthquakes everywhere.
earthquakes where there have never been earthquakes before, and the heat in France has killed what, a dozen people?
Oh my God.
My gosh. Here we're talking about, it's going to be up in 90. We're going to be miserable. They're getting 90 and they're dropping dead.
Well, they don't have
They don't have
heat like that.
Right. They don't have air conditioning as norm.
That Irish guy, the potato guy.
Yes.
I love that guy. But he was like, "Oh, it's going to be pissing hot here in Ireland. It's going to be 30 degrees Celsius." And I looked that up, but that's 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I was just like,
yeah. Right.
It's a nice day here.
Right, because 90's like 40 degrees. So when they're talking about 40 degrees, it's like 90. But it's been, they don't, their climate is not like us.
Yeah.
Those people are not used to living like that.
No, Ohio used to be swampland. It's humid. It's fucking gross here. When it hits 100 degrees, it's miserable here.
Right. And when I was a kid, it wasn't like this. But with global warming, things have changed.
And I had commented on his post. I was just like, I was just like, 30 degrees Celsius is nothing for us here in Ohio. Right. This is swampland. We're used to 86 with 100% humidity. We're used to that. That's fine. And I said, and our municipal pools, have decreed that on days where it's 105 plus, which I did look up, that's 40 degrees Celsius. That we get free entry to the pools to beat the heat. And I was like, and it's that way from April to October. We don't get spring. We don't get fall. It's snow.
Heat,
blast of heat.
Heat. Yep. I will turn my air conditioner on at any time in the year, but I will not turn my heat on until October.
Yeah.
So does that explain the temperature idea to anyone?
Well, it's my boss. She moved up here from South Carolina, and she's just like, so what can I expect for, winter here? And it's just like, well, it can start snowing anytime, the middle of October.
Mm-hmm.
All the way through, well, near May.
Yes. Often sometimes in April.
Yeah.
Not unusual.
So get ready for that. And it gets cold here. It's real cold.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah.
And then it's hot. Then it's just hot, furnace hot. You want to die.
Yep.
Until it starts snowing again.
Right. Correct.
And it can snow one day and then be real hot the next day.
Right.
And then snow again.
Correct.
There is no happy medium here.
Nope.
But global warming is a myth.
Yes, it is a myth. Yeah. I like it sunny and 70. All those years we go visit my cousin Dan in Puerto Rico, I always said it's sunny and 70 there every day. He goes, well, it's sunny and 80, but it's not like sweating balls here.
Yeah.
Sunny and 80 in Ohio is swamp water down under.
Yeah.
And there it's like what a nice day.
A little bit of a
And
breeze.
And it's right on the equator. You would think that it would be hotter there, but they've got water all around them, and the water sends breezes onto the land. It's beautiful in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So, but it's not beautiful in
Wow.
swamp-laden Ohio.
Oh, it sucks here. It's hot as shit. The humidity is 100% from May to September.
Right. Right. And on another front, did you see that our Republican Governor DeWine, vetoed the voting rights thing that had been going through our houses?
Well,
And rightly so.
got a lot to say about that. And the places that it is passing are places where, segregation is really only just becoming a thing.
Right.
Which segregation started 60, 70 years ago, but in some places it really never caught on.
Right.
And what the fuck do you mean it hasn't caught on?
Right.
And so yeah, that's why they think they can get away with it, because there are some states that are still in the goddamn Stone Age.
And unfortunately, the people that are voting believe that. But yeah, he knows who's doing mail-in voting. It's the military people and those farmers who can't take a day off to go into town and vote.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are voting through the mail. He knows who's voting. Nobody else does, though.
Shit, if I
So-
could mail in everything I do, I would.
Well, you can.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
It is. Especially since we have, the voting center that we can go and vote for, the month before. We can make time. You can make although they don't have weekend voting at the voting center until the week before
Yeah.
and that's not always convenient. I think that they should have Saturday voting.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Like 8 to noon, just a little,
Right.
A little haste.
Right. Because, yeah, it is way convenient to make the time for yourself to go over and vote. But if you work a 9 to 5 job Monday through Friday, you only have Saturday.
Yeah.
You can't.
Or you have to rush to the poll on your way home on voting day. And
Right.
who wants to make an unnecessary stop?
On their way home from work. No, nobody I know of.
Day.
So,
when I've got dinner to cook and laundry to do and dishes to do and stuff to do,
I get it.
to live.
I get it. So you can apply for mail-in voting.
It's just such a pain in the ass.
You can go online and do that.
And then, all that shit with you have to send a copy of your driver's license in with it.
I don't think that's going to go through.
But, well, you already have to either give your driver's license number,
Right.
or the last 4 of your social.
Right.
That's already an option. Like, what are you talking?
Right.
You can't find my driver's license from my driver's license number, the number that I've had since I started driving at 17.
Right.
I can tell you that number too.
I know you can. I know you can, which is amazing to me. I cannot. I do know my social security number. I do sometimes know my age, my date of birth. But you got to catch me on a good day. I don't, I think it's all
just to get.
Sure, there is voter fraud. Absolutely. That happens, but not in the numbers that they're talking.
I'm seeing, and people that are getting prosecuted for voter fraud, it's all white Republicans.
Yes.
People.
Yes.
Like, I haven't seen a brown person go down for voter fraud. I haven't seen a black person go down for voter fraud. I'm seeing white Republicans.
Yep.
Like, make it make sense.
Yep. And get on the ball there, Tommy Tuberman. You know, do you live in Alabama or do you live in Florida? Where do you live?
That guy doesn't know what. Well, it behooves him to be in both places.
It does. But he wants to be the governor now of Alabama. He needs to make a choice.
Yeah.
You know, and their constitution says you have to live in Alabama and you have to have resided here for a number of years. And he voted in Florida. Well, where do you live then?
Yeah.
Isn't that called voter fraud? Okay, whatever. We're getting too much politics here.
Yeah.
I just like saying that guy's name. It's funny.
Tommy Tuberville.
Yeah. I've heard a whole bunch of them.
I think it's Tuberville.
It's not Tupperville?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think it's a B sound. Anyways, that guy sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, all the nonsense with the reflecting pool.
Oh,
There's somebody's vandalizing it. You vandalized it.
you did. Yep.
You put polyurethane paint down and then put gallons upon gallons upon gallons of hydrogen peroxide on top of polyurethane paint. This is all your fault.
He spent all that money, and how much money is it going to cost to strip that all out and clean it all up and make it right?
Yeah.
Will they even be able to make it right?
Probably not.
You know,
it'll probably never have water in it again. This is why we can't have nice things.
Right. Right.
Because a crazy man is in control.
And we know algae. Yeah. We know we are in Toledo. We know algae.
Yeah, Lake Erie High.
And we understand that the heat causes more algae.
Yeah. And
all these years it's been fine.
Washington D.C. used to be a swamp too.
Yeah, that is true.
Just to throw that out there so they know what heat is too.
Yeah. But all these years that pool has been just fine until some crazy old man decided it wasn't fine. And now look at it.
Yep.
And nobody is saying anything. Why not? Blaming vandals. It's vandals.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's whipping a dead horse. But Florida has accepted the cones on the statues grudgingly. I'm excited about that.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Oh, the Scotts have moved from Boston to Florida.
Oh, no.
And the authorities there were enraged.
Oh.
And going around picking the cones off the statues. They're not doing it maliciously. That's what they do.
Yeah, but you can't go to other countries and act like you do at home.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. We're okay with that.
That's ugly American and that's ugly American bullshit.
But I think that's so funny.
Other countries should know better.
Yeah. But who's it hurt? Although, where are they getting all those cones?
Yeah, where are they taking them from?
Cones are put places for a reason. So where are those cones coming from? That's a little bit of a concern to me, but come on. You know that's what they're doing. Why are you making such a big deal out of it?
Yes, we have to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah. You make a big deal of how much beer they drank in Boston.
Woo!
They almost drank the whole town dry.
Listen.
I'm okay with that.
That's Boston's fault for not being ready.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, I have been living for the World Cup videos.
Oh, I know. I love them.
People here that are just, whoa, that's a large drink.
It's as big as my head.
What?
Did you hear the guy talking about all of the people with the water jugs? You could kill someone with that. Thinking, yeah,
that's the point.
Full jug of water, absolutely.
Oh, Did I send you the self-defense video from the gay guy that calls himself Mama?
I don't think so.
Oh, he this man is so funny. And apparently he's a multi-hyphenate guy. He's a writer, he's a published singer, he's a songwriter, he is a social media star, he's a fitness person.
My.
He's lost 200 and some pounds. He's just going for his skin removal this year.
Okay.
But he's been doing self-defense videos for girls, gays, and theys. And in this video,
God.
he carries a purse, and so he's swinging this bag around, and he's like, "This isn't a purse. This is a weapon with a debris field." And he's like, "Anything can be a weapon if you swing it hard enough." And he's just like, "Oh, this is a water bottle," and he's windmilling this water bottle, and he's like, "No, it's not. It's a weapon." And it like at the end of the video, like you can't, on TikTok, it's severely edited. You can't say certain things. So he's
Yeah.
like, "I want you to commit first degree manslaughter. I want you to set that man on. I want you to rip his dick." And he's like, "And if that doesn't work, I have a gun."
Oh my
But
goodness.
I love that guy.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look him up.
Oh,
He sounds like my kind of man. Yep.
And he's so funny. In this video particular, he had his husband, and he's like, here's one of these men, a homosexual, and he's just like, and he's got an ear, a nose, a throat, and a groin, and he's like, and I know because I've seen it.
Okay.
But his whole thing is if somebody gets in your face, you take this motherfucker to the ENT. You hit him in the ear, you hit him in the nose, you hit him in the throat. That'll at least disable them enough for you to at least get some distance between you.
Right.
Talking about hitting people with their cars. This guy, it's so funny.
I am gonna look him up.
I'll
He's
have
gonna
to
be
find
my
that.
new friend.
I'll have to find it and send it to you. But he's the man of his relationship
Okay.
while he's carrying a purse. He's the one taking shutters off the house and spray washing and painting everything. And he built garden tubs in his yard.
That guy?
Yeah.
The guy that painted his front door.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, he has more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
How's everybody, babe?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to find that and send it to you because it's so fucking funny.
Oh my gosh. How funny. There's been a lot of crazy stuff on the internet lately. Crazy stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
But I love all these people coming over here from all these other countries.
The foreign people eating American food.
Yes.
The girl that got a plate of nachos that had like a whole bag of chips on it. And she's like, "What? What?"
They're so amazed at everything. And they're going to Popeyes and Golden Corral and what? Texas Roadhouse. And they're thinking like, we don't all eat like that every day.
Not every day.
But the drinks, hell yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't drink a large European Coke. A large European Coke is about this big.
Yeah, yes. I'd say I would have to sit down and order 5.
Yeah.
So,
You better
yeah.
have free refills on that bitch because I am thirsty.
That's why I said I need to order 5 right now.
But they don't have free refills there.
I would order 5 drinks.
So one guy was in Atlanta and he ordered like a stack of pancakes and he got a plate that was like a foot tall. And he's asking the guy, he's like, "This is one order?" And the guy's like, "Yes, honey, this is one order." He's like, "You're in the South." And he's just like, "I used to be skinny like you, no more."
Oh my God, I think it's funny. I find it hilarious
Yeah.
that these people, and they love the Buc-ee's, and they love all these gas stations that we have here,
Yeah.
that we've just become used to.
Yeah.
We don't find it weird to go to the gas station and buy food or
Uh,
or drinks or it's
and the people going to Waffle House. Oh, the Waffle House people.
oh my God. I've been in a couple of Waffle Houses, but they don't have that good of food. I mean, it's food. It's food. Although they have the best hash browns in the world.
Really?
Yes.
I think I've ever eaten at a Waffle House.
Really? You need
Yeah.
to go to a Waffle House and order a plate of hash browns because they are beyond delicious. I don't have any idea what they put in them, but wow, they are delicious. But the rest of it's just food. I mean, scrambled eggs are scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
But I think it's hilarious.
It's very funny.
Oh my gosh.
I saw it was where they were Scandinavian. I think they were Norwegian. They went to Bass Pro. And they were just like, "What?"
Yes. Yes. We just apparently live so differently here. Well, we know we do,
Well, who'd have thunk you can go get, fire roasted peanuts and a shotgun and a bag of fish in the same place? Who'd have thought?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's funny, we hear about people in England and France and you know, South America, all those places. We only hear about them.
Yeah.
And we assume what they're telling us is the truth. And these people are coming here to the United States, hearing stuff, assuming it's true. And no,
Did I send you the one where the guy he was eating stuff and he's just like, "What is this?" And they're like, "Oh," and he's like, "It's not mushy peas." And they're like, "No." And he's just like,
I've seen that guy. You get that? You don't eat mushy peas with that? I like mushy peas, but you
Well,
wouldn't. I know you wouldn't, but that's okay.
might because I've gotten really into peas in my old age. I don't mind a pea.
Oh my goodness. Such thing, yeah. I can't. I would love to go there and eat some of the food that I see
Mm,
them eating on TV and stuff.
no,
Wonder what it would taste like. We make fun that they don't have any seasoning, but surely they eat seasoning.
I don't think so. I don't think so. The UK, Britain conquered the world for spices. Don't season their food.
And if we don't put 5 different spices in our hamburger, it's no good.
Right. I watched a lady make a jacket potato. She first of all she put a metric ton of butter on there, which I don't mind, but it was a little much on the much for me.
Right?
And then she put cheese down, and then she put beans down, and then she put tuna salad down, and then she put more cheese down.
I've seen those.
And I was just like, "What in the living Christ are you eating?" And then she put it in her mouth and was like, "Oh my god, this is so good." And I'm like, "No, it's not. That was like throw up."
Everything they put on there, I would eat everything. But I don't know how tuna fish on a baked potato with beans would be.
Why would tuna salad and cheese and baked beans taste good together?
I don't
Because all three of those things do not go together.
know. And they do. They slice off a hunk of butter. They must have different kind of butter than we do. You should. Yeah, I like a lot of butter on my potato, but they put a lot of butter on their potatoes.
Sometimes you hit critical mass.
Yeah.
And it's just not good.
So, yeah. But I love beans and toast.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
It's okay. It's okay. I love beans, but I like baked beans.
Yeah.
That's not what they're eating.
No.
They're not eating beans with brown sugar and butter in them.
And cured bacon.
Right.
Did you see the
Right.
guy at Costco that they had the blue can of Heinz beans and they had like a 6-pack and he was like just like carrying like 4 of the 6-packs? He's like, "Oh God,
They have it here. I wonder if it's the same. I wonder if it tastes the
the blue
same.
can Heinz beans
Yeah.
I do believe are the same."
But is that necessarily the same as what they have?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, it's the blue can of Heinz beans.
Yeah.
Because everybody, any kind of cooking thing from over there, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, but that's just beans and tomato sauce.
I mean, they're fine. They're not great. And it's weird on toast, but it's fine.
Yeah. And it's a great source of protein. I mean, easily digested, sticks with you. It's okay.
Yeah.
They do eat some weird stuff that we don't eat. So.
Yeah.
But I'd still go there and try it. I would absolutely try it.
Mm. My tummy's too delicate.
Oh, nah.
And then there was that lady, I know I sent you that video where she was just like, "Is your plumbing ready for the American shits that you're going to have after you get home?"
Yeah.
She's like, our plumbing is built for this. Like we know, our plumbing knows that this is how we eat.
Yes. Oh, yeah, because I heard the guy that was complaining about so much water in the toilet, and I'm thinking, boy, he should have been here 30 years ago when there was water in the toilet.
Yeah.
Now with low water and all that super flushes stuff, there used to be a lot of water in the toilet. He should have seen it then.
Yeah.
So how much water do they have in their toilets? I'm thinking, oh my
I'm
God.
thinking not enough.
Yeah.
And the French guy, I give my left croissant guy. Oh my God. I'd give my left croissant for Texas brisket. Yes. Yes, bitch, we know. It's good.
He loves that stuff more than he loves his wife and his 2 children. I love that guy too. I love them all. I just love them all. It's amazing. They're amazing to me. I love them.
Yeah.
So I say keep it coming. Some people, if you look in the comments, they're starting to, this get boring. Stop it. Well, don't look at them then.
Yeah, you
Don't make a
scroll
comment.
on.
Go past them. I am enjoying them.
Yeah, it's hilarious to me.
Oh, Lord. They're so funny.
Mhm.
There's been some good stuff on the TikTok, funny stuff.
Yep.
That a giraffe. Did you hear about the giraffe in Texas?
Yeah, how did
That
you
went
lose a
missing?
giraffe?
And
It's 7 feet tall.
the news here in Toledo, the sheriff called the news station and tell people to stop calling in sightings of that giraffe. He is not here in Ohio. People were calling the sheriff's department, but they found him. They found that giraffe.
Yeah.
And they showed an aerial picture of it. And it was like, where's Waldo?
Oh, really?
He was there was like a clump of trees here and then like just dirt and then a clump of trees and dirt. And he was in a clump of trees and you could just see the top of his head.
No shit.
So I can, having seen that on the news, oh.
Because that was my first thought. First of all, how do you lose a 7-foot tall animal?
Right.
Like, what are you saying to me?
Right. So after they showed the picture, and I looked at it the first time they showed it, and I couldn't find it. And then the newscaster said it's right there, just above the E in the words that Oh my God!
Oh,
Where's Waldo?
no shit.
So I could see it, but why would they think a giraffe from Texas got all the way to Ohio in 4 days?
Stranger things have happened, but
People are crazy.
yeah. Well, on that note, I say we stop being crazy.
Okay, because we are kind of rambling, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, watch it. It's different than what we've watched before. So watch it and enjoy.
And then go watch an Ed Wood movie because they're Magnificently terrible.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
They are worth the watch if you love watching garbage.
Okay. We do.
All right, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.